someone that is not just having a great season, he's having the greatest season in the history of Major League Baseball. And the interesting portion of the Ohtani talk when it comes to the All-Star game is he going to be on the mound pitching? Will he be pitching?
In Philly.
It's in Philly. Christopher Sanchez is the Cy Young favorite, but Dave Roberts is the manager of the team because he won the All-Star manager because he won the World Series, right? So I think if I'm Dave Roberts, there's no doubt about it that the best thing for the game, the best thing for the sport is to have Shohei Ohtani on the mound. Of course, it has to line up. Of course, they have to make sure that he's ready to go, and they might want to give him some extra rest, right? I mean, for you, yeah.
I was going to say, Dave Roberts will announce the day before the game, or maybe at the Home Run Derby, that they've created a brand new All-Star Game honor. It's called the Wrapped in Wool Player, where they literally wrap a player in wool and seat him on a throne. No one approaches him, and he doesnn't play sports. And it'll be Shohei.
I hope that doesn't happen because I'm not the biggest All-Star Game guy. I'm really not. I would rather watch the Rays versus the Pirates in a spring training game or something like that, really, than the All-Star game sometimes.
We're aligned, dude.
Just because it doesn't count, right? But I will say that in the last couple of years, it's changed for me just a little bit because Shohei Ohtani can grow the game. And the ratings reflect it. It is a very highly watched All-Star game. You've got the tradition where players are back wearing their uniforms, not these ugly ones that they have been wearing for the last couple of years. And people are tuning in. They're having mic'd up situations.
Yep.
And it's just a great opportunity to highlight the best player on the planet on a stage where in baseball, a lot of times, even if you're a Yankees fan or you're a Giants fan, unfortunately, or a Padres fan, even if you're appreciative of the greatness of Shohei Ohtani, and you acknowledge it, you're still watching your team every single day because that's how baseball is. There's a game essentially every day. It does give fans of other teams a chance to marvel at the greatness of Shohei Ohtani.
I love that, dude. D-Mac and Ryder, 97.1 The Fan. If you want to call us and shoot the breeze and be part of the conversation and hang out with us, 855-97 LA Fan, 855-97 LA Fan. You can also do it on the stream at The Fan LA. Drop your comments in there, The Fan LA. So I, like you, was very down on the All-Star game. And I do think that, and I try to be aware of this, I think when you and I are lucky enough to cover sports for a living, you can take for granted the sports that you're covering or some of the moments. I hated the All-Star game because I used to cover it every year. And then I took my son and my wife and my daughter to the San Diego All-Star game is where this shifted. I've taken them to a few. And we went to Home Run Derby, and I spent the whole time walking in complaining about it. And my wife afterwards correctly pointed out what an idiot I was because she was in awe and Maddie was in awe. My son Henry in particular, who's now 13, but he was 6, 7, 8 back then, loved it. And so that's sort of, it made me realize that there is this magic for people that maybe I don't appreciate. I don't want to speak for you. Maybe sometimes some of us that are around the game all the time don't appreciate because we see it as work.
Yeah, exactly, right? It feels like, everyone's getting this week off, and you're there, and there's even more for you to do. I've been able to cover a bunch of different All-Star games. I was in Atlanta last year. It does give you a really good opportunity to meet players from other teams. Usually, I'm trying to meet with other insiders to see what intel I can get for the Dodgers trade deadline. That's how I use it.
What's up to Jeff Passan?
I did. I definitely said what's up to Jeff Passan last year. I have an ongoing bit that I do with him about coming on to my show. So hopefully that'll be this show at some point. Jeff Passan, our show, of course. So I don't know. Hopefully he doesn't see that I called him out yesterday because he did say that Roki Sasaki was going to be sent to AAA. But
and Sam and Medina did an amazing job on the clip where she I don't know what it says, but it's something like Jeff Passan sucks.
Basically,
it doesn't say that. Aggregators, it doesn't say that.
The reason why I think so many people love this show is because I think you and I keep it a buck. We keep it 100. If there was an emoji to describe our show, it'd be the 100 emoji.
Okay.
Because we're always bringing the truth, bringing the facts. My Ohtani challenge for this year, though, and we've talked about it, right? The Cy Young, hitting 300, winning the batting title. Bill, he's never won an All-Star Game MVP.
Man, do you really care?
I want him to win as many awards as you possibly can.
Other than the Cy Young Award.
As long as it fits with the team's goals. And I know that the funny thing is, you know that he wants that award. And he definitely wants to shine on that big stage. And here's the thing, too. I've said it on the show a couple different times, is this is not just the greatest player in baseball. We are seeing the greatest season in the history of baseball and possibly the best individual season that anyone has had in any sport. Maybe talk about the Tiger Slam in 2000, or we were just talking about Serena Williams and the crossover talk. Like, his year is so good that we are going to be able to have this year as the year that we point to. We're going to talk about LeBron later. When you ask people, like, well, what's the best LeBron? They're like, 2018 LeBron, I think. But now everyone's going to be like, 2026.
I agree.
Shohei Ohtani, the year of the show. That's the year that we are going to set as the new standard, not just in baseball, but in all the sports. And I think another thing he's going to do this year, along with make this all-star team, is he's going to absolutely end any conversations with Babe Ruth, Barry Bonds, any of those other players that he's mentioned with, Ted Williams.
Yep.
Look, I agree with you on that. So, Shohei, the numbers are absolutely eye-popping beyond belief, as you would expect. A 302 batting average, a 160 weighted runs created plus, which by Ohtani standards is still a little lower. I think by the time the All-Star game rolls around, he'll have that higher. Since May 12th, he's been the best offensive player in the game in essentially every single category: batting average, on-base percentage, OPS. But the most impressive thing is that .74 ERA. So he is a lock to be an absolute all-star. And then the next guy...
Can I just real quick on Ohtani?
Absolutely.
You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, best OPS in the National League, I think it is. Lowest earned run average when he qualifies. I'll just add to your initial point. You are right that he should be the starting pitcher. And I'm actually a little worried that it's Dave Roberts, because not just the joke that Dave doesn't play him enough. Any other manager who's not the Philly manager should feel the pressure to put Ohtani as a starting pitcher in the All-Star game for all the reasons that you just walked us through, DMAC on DMAC and Ryder on 97.1 The Fan, because it is maybe the greatest season in the history of a baseball player. And what a better place than for Shohei Ohtani to hit leadoff and to pitch the first inning, only the first inning, if that's what it needs to be in an All-Star game, to just pull in and enhance the absolute magic this guy brings to the game for every fan who's not a Dodgers fan who doesn't get to watch him every single night.
You're absolutely right. I love that you bring that up, because it could end up being a difficult decision that they're going to have to juggle with, and they're going to have the Dodgers' best interest. They're going to have Ohtani's best interest, but the best interest I want them to have is in the overall game of Major League Baseball. And with the new CBA looming and a potential lockout, let's show the world, Bill, let's show the fans just how much this game has grown since Shohei Ohtani has become its best player. That baseball is hotter than basketball right now. The NBA, great ratings. MLB's World Series ratings were higher, right? Especially if you look at globally. And with Shohei, the matchup we want to see, to me, it's Ali versus Frazier, right? It's Ohtani versus Aaron Judge. We need to see that matchup. The fans need to see it. And I think it's a great exclamation point to what the start of the season has been. And two, I know you're a big, I want the Cy Young, right? Well, guess what? It's another chance, even though it doesn't count. Hey,
Narrative.
Look how great he is on the mound.
The obstacle, and if you were listening to Philadelphia radio, they'd be screaming at us, is that Christopher Sanchez is pretty good. And there's going to be some pressure for him to pitch and play there. But I think for Ohtani, it's not just is he the best pitcher this year, and he's one of the, four?
Easily.
His level as a player and the historic greatness you're talking about, for me, should be enough to bench any other ace for just the first inning of the All-Star game, even if that ace, one of those other aces, happens to play in the home ballpark of this year's All-Star game.
Exactly. Could not have said it better myself. I mean, that's what you want to see. This is his era. I was doing some numbers yesterday, and I got the top 10 in ERA and the top 10 in OPS since 2020. And if you're doing a Venn diagram, right?
Oh, my God.
It's 10 guys on the offensive side. It's the Bryce Harpers, the Mike Trouts, the Ron Acuna Jr.'s, the Jose Ramirez, Aaron Judge, Yordan Alvarez, Juan Soto. And on the other side, it's DeGrom, it's Max Fried, it's Clayton Kershaw, it's pitchers like that. And right in the middle of the Venn diagram, it's Shohei Ohtani. He's top 10 in both.
That's wild.
So he's really having the best decade that we've ever seen in the history of this sport, too. So, yeah, we can go on and on singing the praises of the great Shohei Ohtani. He'll be an all-star. I think that's safe to say, right? I'm pretty confident he'll be in Philly.
You've got three other, you think, locks who will be in Dodger uniforms with Shohei?
Yes. So the next lock, and Dodgers fans should feel excited about this one, but I think some Dodgers fans, based on how Murakami has performed for the White Sox, kind of feel like, oh, the Dodgers should have gotten Murakami, right? Because he has so many home runs for them. Guess what? Max Muncy is a lock. He is a lock not only to make the All-Star team for the National League at third base, to be the starting third baseman. He leads all National League third basemen with 14 home runs, a .262 batting average, a .351 on-base percentage. He's slugging .513. That leads the senior circuit. Do you like that when they call the National League the senior circuit? Are you in on that, Bill?
Can I be honest with you?
Yes.
I hate it, but I kind of liked it when you said it. Is that weird? Like
I flipped the script for you on senior
you
circuit.
Did.
I like it. It's
You're
like
so loquacious, you made me like that stupid expression.
Okay, well, I'm here for it.
You did it.
Hey, it's the oldest one, the senior circuit. But 864 OPS. So he leads all third basemen in the National League in essentially every category. And I think it's really amazing, too, because he's the longest tenured Dodger. Think about that. Max Muncy is the longest
awesome.
tenured Dodger. The Clayton Kershaws, the Chris Taylors, the Austin Barnes, those guys are not here anymore. And this is just an amazing thing for Max Muncy. He said to me a couple months ago that never in a million years did he think that he'd be making one All-Star team with the Dodgers, about to make his third, and he's about to start. And another tip of the cap, another feather in the cap, too, of Andrew Friedman for getting him back on a $10 million deal for a player this productive. It's incredible.
Dude, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, look, I'm sold on Shohei. I'm sold on Muncy. If I remember right, you've got one that is, I think, obvious to not Dodgers fans, but casual fans. Maybe one that's a surprise to some non-LA fans.
Okay, so
They're not paying attention.
We got Andy Pages. He's going to be he's like the best new artist, right? If this was an award show, he's your best new artist because this is going to be his first All-Star team, All-Star Andy, as I've been trying to push for the last couple of months.
That's the new moniker?
I'm working on it.
I mean, I can.
It's okay.
Do you want me to use it too?
Yeah, you can. That sounds better from you.
No, it doesn't. I just want to start a trend.
All-Star Andy.
It's not a trend till it's 2.
He leads center fielders in home runs with 14.
Double-A battery?
Double-A battery. Okay, that works. I like
Should I
that.
leave the studio
Double-A. He really put a charge into that one.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to sit here and be quiet.
53 RBI. That leads the National League. But what really sticks out about Pages is the defense. That is what you need to know about Andy Pages. Just picture this. His goal was to be able to
Should I close
hit.
my eyes?
Right.
I'm doing it. I'm ready.
Do it. Well,
me.
just think
Oh my
about
God.
this. Think about if you're Andy Pages, right?
a weird sensation.
And their goal for you was just, hey, Andy, can you hit at the big league level and be a competent right fielder, right? That was the goal for him. He's turned into a Gold Glove caliber center fielder. So it's massive, not just for this year, but now the Dodgers have someone that's going to be a pillar of their outfield for years to come. But this is the one that I want to throw at you that was a little surprising when I did the deep dive on the All-Stars, Bill. Yoshinobu Yamamoto has a .268 ERA, a .152 ERA plus, so league average is 100. Anything above that, you're an above-average pitcher. He's 52% above league average. Shohei Ohtani, by the way, is 451% above league average. Incredible.
That's interesting. Wow.
12 starts, but a 1.7 B WAR. So that's how many wins he's added. WAR, a quick and dirty stat that tells you how valuable a player's been to wins and losses. His stats are essentially identical to Justin Robleski. Robleski has the same WAR at 1.7. His ERA plus is 3 points higher, and his ERA
So you're going through
is
a
a
dark
little lower.
horse too.
I think Robleski's a dark horse.
Wow.
I think if Robleski somehow, some way can find a groove and go on a hot streak, can give you 3 or 4 starts where he's going 7 or 8 innings, 10 strikeouts, who knows? Throw a no-hitter, right? I would love to see that. Then maybe
No, you
Justin
wouldn't.
Robleski.
Are you putting salt in the wound?
No, absolutely
Are
not.
you making no-hitter jokes because of the Shohei Ohtani argument?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I want the guys who just
You
pitch.
stole a look at me.
I want the guys who just pitch to do that. But here's the one that is the one that's in flux here.
This is the bubble.
This is the bubble. And this, I think, would be telling.
Bubble All-Star Game ballot here on DMAC and Ryder.
And the Bubble Boy, I'm not going to call him the Bubble Boy. That
did.
felt semi-disrespectful.
No, it was. I loved it. Who's the Bubble Boy?
The Bubble
Hey, Bubble Boy.
The
turn off
Bubble
the radio.
Boy is Freddie Freeman. So Freddie Freeman, if he does make it, it would be his 4th straight All-Star game, his 10th straight appearance. He's 3rd in home runs for first baseman in the National League, behind Matt Olson and Bryce Harper. He's 4th in weighted runs created plus. He's 3rd in batting average. He's going to need to pick it up. I'd probably handicap it probably a 60% chance maybe. But why this would hurt is, who would make it? It'd be Matt Olson. And Matt Olson is who they replaced Freddie Freeman with in Atlanta. They essentially said, we're going with the younger, cheaper player, and he's the all-star. Of course, Freddie Freeman, he's got the World Series hardware to back it up.
And he's a bubble boy.
He's a bubble boy. He's got to make it. I mean, he's got to turn it up. It's not impossible. You still got some weeks left. He can go on a tear, but if he doesn't make the All-Star game and it breaks his streak of 10 straight All-Stars, and we heard about a month ago where he's kind of walking back the idea of having to play another couple years, and we talked about it, how maybe he doesn't necessarily want to go all in on 3,000 hits because of how much time that would take. Maybe this would be the beginning of the, future first ballot Hall of Fame career potentially, but when you snap that All-Star streak, I think it is a little bit of a reality check about where you're at in your career.
Yes, I'll gently also add, it's also a reality check if you're a Los Angeles Dodger, because you can only get so many guys on the All-Star team, even if every Dodger plays at that level. And I was talking to a buddy today who was put out by the Scooble thing, and I mentioned we were going to have this conversation, and said he would vote for anyone that's not a Dodger just so that there aren't a bunch of Dodgers in the All-Star game.
That tracks.
I then hung up.
That tracks. Okay, those are Bills homies, Dodgers haters.
I mean, dude, people. Do you don't have friends that don't live in L.A.?
Oh yeah, I do.
I mean, those are your homies too. Then I'm telling you, people very much resent. But my point is, like, on a team like the Dodgers, you really got to stand out. You got to stand out to stand out.
You absolutely do. And there's also the rollover of the following season where, hey, we're looking at the postseason, right? But I do think that this is reflective of something that has changed within the Dodgers organization in the course of this 13-year run. And that is, this is another example of why this team does not place as much emphasis in the regular season as they used to. When Freddie first got here, remember what happened? They were a 111-win team, right? They were going to go down as the greatest team ever. They lost to the Padres in the NLDS. To me, the All-Star game, it's like winning the prom king, right? It's like winning the employee of the month, right? You feel good for a while, but doesn't mean you're going to win a championship in life, right? The Dodgers are winning championships in life because they're not forcing these guys for regular season success and accolades, because they're less worried about the All-Star game, they're less worried about the Midsummer Classic, and they're more worried about the Fall Classic, and that's the World Series.
If you're telling me, and you have told me this, that Shohei Ohtani should be protected from a no-hitter in a game that actually counts, and I really don't have any sympathy for Freddie Freeman if he doesn't get to make an All-Star game because of the same currents of sort of how we focus the energies and the time and the goals for the Dodgers. Like zero sympathy for Bubble Boy.
Knew I should have said that.
I liked it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You're so right on that, because that is what the Dodgers are doing as far as, hey, you're going to take your rest days. If you're injured, you're going to go on the IL. I mean, think about how wild that is. How many All-Stars do the Dodgers have on the injured list right now? Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, Edwin Diaz, Kyle Tucker has not hit up to par, and we'll definitely talk about him a little later on the show. But the Dodgers, they know what they're doing. There's a path to this. They understand what it means. But also, from a player standpoint, here's the thing, too. It's important for Andy Paz to get that All-Star team, and he's the guy who benefits the most, and he's going to be on it.